Hey guys, hope you're good. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're working on, I am rooting for you. This is going to be a bit of a life update video / podcast. Gonna update on the agency revenue, how that's going, biggest wins of the year, biggest failures of the year, and also some personal news as well, which I'm really excited about. So I hope you find it useful. I hope you find it remotely interesting, and maybe there's a bit of value in there. What a year. It's just been crazy. I think the main headlines are the agency has just hit 37K a month recurring revenue, which is mind-blowing. The last few months, I relaunched this podcast. We did 5 episodes. We hit 200,000 plus long-form views, 2.5 million short-form views on social. I added like 20,000 followers across social. That was pretty damn cool. And in the last month, I also got engaged to my fiance partner, life partner of 8 years, which is super exciting. I think those are the main 3 headlines. And I think each one of them probably has some lessons and stories to tell, which I will dive into one by one. The first one is revenue growth. So 18 months ago, this business was doing 0 a month. 12 months ago, it was doing 10 grand a month. 6 months ago, it was doing 18 grand a month. And it's now doing 37 grand a month, which is just awesome. It's so good. And it's funny when you get to this level, because the Callum of 18 months ago, who was scared to charge someone like $500 or £1,000 a month, to that Callum, this number would be like insane. I would bite your hand off to have that. But it's funny how, I guess, in the world of YouTube and the internet and social media and get rich quick, it almost feels inadequate and slow. And so I have to remind myself that it's a phenomenal achievement and it's been really freaking hard work. But yeah, it's just amazing. If you put your ideas out there in the world and start working with people and producing good work, it's really, really surprisingly easy to build a pretty cool business in quite a short period of time. It's been a load of work, but yeah, it's amazing how you just go step by step, stage by stage, and before you know it, you're at 37 grand a month, which is, yeah, definitely periods in my life what I earned in a whole year. The business is doing that monthly, which is insane. And I think the other big lesson from that is that pretty much since the start, we haven't done any sales. It's all just referrals and growing what we do within accounts. So I think at various times in this last year, I thought, oh, we need to have a complicated lead generation system and be doing outbound and all that kind of stuff. But no, like, just concentrate on doing a good job, making sure you're getting results, making sure you're knocking out of the park, and people will ask you to do more and they'll refer you to their friends. So yeah, grow revenue through doing good work. You don't have to have a complicated sales system. The second biggest lesson of the year is talent is everything. I've been really lucky to hire some superstars over the last year. And when you hire people who do great work and they send you stuff and you fall off your chair and you're just smiling and so happy that it's so freaking good what they've produced, there's no better feeling. And of course, there's no better type of work to be sharing with your clients if you're running an agency than stuff which blows them away. And the lesson there, I think, has really just been, I've agonized and I've spent forever trying to find these people and really invested in the hiring process. Hiring slow, making sure people are doing tasks so I can verify that they can do the type of stuff that I would like at the level that I would like, rather than rushing with the first people that apply and taking the easy option. You've got to invest the time in hiring to find those needles in haystacks, that raw, untapped talent, that person who's got star qualities but's maybe been overlooked in their current job. And it's just been transformational for my business. I think one of my big goals for 2024 is for everyone in the team to be world class at what they do, and to transition away from having perhaps generalists to specialists and experts, and we're well on our way to do that. There's some amazing people in the team. I would also say we're now at that level where I think we're about 8 8 people, and it's with maybe some freelancers on top of that. And it's the first time we feel like a proper team, which is also been really cool. It's not just me and a couple of freelancers. This is a proper team, a proper company now, which is nice. Third lesson of the year is around failure. I did have one failure this year. We have lost one piece of work this year, and there were 2 main reasons for that. One is I didn't nip an issue in the bud quickly enough. I gave the person working on that account time to turn it around and gave them the benefit of the doubt, when actually I should have acted a lot quicker. And I think in those situations, I've learned that you need to trust your gut rather than go with the kind of like HR manual or like the way that the traditional advice will tell you to act, to go through these processes and work with them on it and all that kind of stuff. And I think you should do that, but I think you should also trust your gut. If you think someone isn't going to be able to turn it around, you need to be giving them that chance, but then also having contingencies in place in case they don't. And especially if your gut tells you that you just don't think they've got it in them to turn it around. So yeah, I'm really trying to trust my gut more. At the end of the day, it's what has got me every success that I have so far. It's my gut instinct. And so I should make sure I trust it in all areas of my life and business rather than be persuaded by advice from other people or other people's ways of doing things. You've ultimately got to make your own calls and trust your gut and your instincts. And the reason for that is that the marketplace is cutthroat and your clients will be cutthroat. And so you've got to protect your business and make the hard calls. You've got to put aside personal relationships, friendships, and do what's in the best interest of the business. And I think in general, just another thought there for me, and a big goal for me for the agency next year, is I just can't be bothered having mediocrity like anywhere in the company, really. The level of what we do has got to be really strong for people to want to work with us and to love working with us. I don't want to work with people who don't love what we do and aren't blown away by it. I don't want to have like a mediocre meh agency who do a good job. I want to be like freaking killing it for everyone that we work with. So yeah, another big 2024 goal will be no mediocrity, world class at everything. Lesson number 4 has been moving at pace. So I've interacted with a lot of successful people over the last year, company founders, people who are best-selling authors, and across the board, one thing I've noticed is they all act at pace and they move at pace. And so that's something I've been trying to implement into the way I work. Rather than sit on my emails and my inbox and overthink stuff and play out various scenarios and take 2-3 days to reply, I'm trying to move at pace and make decisions quicker. And the reason for that, and I think the reason why it's so effective, is because the quicker you move, the quicker you take actions, the quicker you learn things, and therefore the pace that you learn and improve is accelerated. It's also true, of course, that speed wins deals, and operating at speed just means you'll get more done. And so that's been really cool kind of personal development thing, where I just feel like I've got so much more momentum and feel like I'm on top of things. Whereas in the past, sometimes I might dwell on things and overthink stuff and play out too many scenarios and sleep on it. I've definitely maybe made a few more mistakes because of it, but again, I'm learning quicker. If I send the thing and then I think, oh, why did I send that? Or the numbers weren't quite right there. At least I learn quick. I learn quicker rather than delaying stuff and taking time making decisions. So that's been a really cool personal learning. Move at pace. The 5th learning of the year is content is a superpower. So I run a content agency, a social agency, where we make social first podcasts. And so I bang on all day, every day to my clients that nothing is more powerful than publishing content to the internet and getting your message potentially in front of millions and millions of people. There is nothing more higher leverage in the world than that. And so a few months ago, I restarted this podcast and I said to the team, let's do 5 episodes before Christmas and just show a little bit of what we can do and kind of, prove prove a little bit some of our methods as well. And so we published 5 episodes. I think we've done almost 250,000 long form listens and views on the content. And we've done 2.5 million short form views across Instagram and TikTok. I've added like 20,000 followers on social media. The website has been inundated with warm leads. I've got hundreds of messages on LinkedIn, thousands of messages on Instagram. And it's so cool to do it for yourself, having done it for clients, and I just know how powerful it is. But then just to prove it with your own stuff has been really fun. And what's especially nice is that people have said they've really enjoyed the content. They've got a lot of value out of it, which is ultimately what we want to do. We want to build a community of creators and people interested in content creation, entrepreneurship, marketing, and help them do a better job. And so we've got 5 more episodes, we're pretty much all recorded, and we're going to do another 5 episodes starting in January. And yeah, some of the content and the learnings in them are phenomenal. Some of the examples in particular. So I'm really excited to release them. I actually can't believe people tell me some of the stuff they tell me. I think the highlight was obviously the episode with Grace from Diary of a CEO. Can't thank her enough for sharing so much information and value with us. And I've got a couple of people who are going to drop a lot of free game in 2023. So a big goal for 2023 will be to do more of that, help more people with that content. And selfishly as well, I learned so much from doing them, from doing the research, from having the conversation. I'm biased, but to me, there's no more powerful medium in the world than podcasting at the moment. To sit down and pick someone's brain for an hour, for me, that is immensely valuable. And for the audience as well, I just think it's so valuable. So really excited to do more of that, and then repurpose it and show how repurposing doesn't have to be shit. We have a reel from the Grace episode that's done 1.5 million views on Instagram on its own. I think it's done 200,000 on TikTok, and it's not shit. Like, podcast clips don't need to be shit. So excited to show people that repurposing can be like cool and really powerful. More of that in 2024. The 6th lesson of the year, and maybe the most exciting, is I got engaged after being in a long-term relationship for 8 years. I think what's fun is that we've been together for 8 years, and this year has been one of the best yet, which is just so cool. I think a lot of relationships fizzle out, but ours is just stronger than ever. And having a life partner, someone to be with you through the highs and the lows, to give you advice on decisions, to spend your weekends with, to go on holiday with, like, it's just the greatest gift on planet Earth. And so it was time to put a ring on it, and I did that last weekend in Paris. So that's really exciting, and I would just urge anyone out there, if you haven't got one, keep looking, keep pushing on. You'll find the perfect person eventually. And if you do have someone, and maybe you've been together for quite some time, maybe lock it down and put a ring on it, because as soon as you do it, you maybe think, why didn't I do this sooner? So that's been really exciting as well. The last point is probably my most important message, and it's really just go and get after it. Whatever you are excited about in the world, go and get after it. Bring your dreams to life. 18 months ago, I thought it would be cool to have a profitable business working on things I love with clients that I love. And 18 months later, here we are. 18 months ago, I also used to daydream listening to podcasts, thinking, how cool would it be to have a podcast, sit down with the smartest people on the planet and have long form conversations. And this year I made it happen. I also grew up thinking it would be great to have a gorgeous, smart partner for life. And this year I made it official. So I hope whatever you want in the world, whatever it is that excites you in 2024, I want you to go the fuck after it, go and get it. And I wish you all the luck, all the energy, all the good vibes in the world. I hope you smash it. I hope you have a great end to 2023 and an amazing 2024. Thanks for all your support as well. Anyone who's DM'd me, subscribed, liked, comment, means the world, and just, it gives me loads of energy to go and get after it. The rewards for people who go and get after it are greater than you could ever possibly imagine. So go and fucking do it.